first meeting that we had that led to Suresearch was in the Muir Head Tower here at the university 10 years ago. I'd been working with service users evaluating an employment scheme in Warwickshire, and a colleague of mine had been working with service users looking at the impact of the Mental Health Act on detained patients, and we decided to hold a seminar to show the value of working, co-researching with service users around areas of concern for them. We got about 16 folk to the meeting, and probably there were about 4 academics, and everybody else had experience of using services. And when we'd finished talking about our findings, which we jointly presented with our service user colleagues, the discussion turned to a broad idea of working with the university on more research, and the need in between research projects for people to feel some support. And there were folk in that meeting like Mary Nettle, who had a lot of experience of researching, who said that as a lone service user researcher, she'd love to have the support of a network of service users who were thinking of research or doing research. We couldn't think of a name for this network, but we decided to meet in the same room in 2 months' time to see how far we got. And at the next meeting there were about a dozen of us, and Tony Glynn had come up with the name Suresearch, Service User Research. We thought that sounded solid and plausible. So we started meeting every 2 months, and we made that meeting an open meeting. We never asked about anybody. Everyone introduced themselves. We always had a service user chair for that meeting. And we talked about our interests and our work, and there were a number of people there involved in educating at the university, involved in teaching and training. So we extended our considerations to how we could build work around that. And it was after about 2 years we realised that meeting every 2 months wasn't meeting enough. So we started meeting monthly.
Quite a few people. Instead of Thursday, this time it will be. And it'll be a longer day, so put it in your diaries, folks. It's from 10 o'clock in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon. We'll have a short business meeting in the morning, and then we'll have our celebratory events later that day. I would suggest from about 12 o'clock. Right, so that's the main things I've got. I'll be contributing myself throughout the meeting.
Right, welcome everybody to our meeting. We start off with introductions, particularly a welcome to our new people here. So I'm Paul Roberts, and I'm involved in Suresearch for the last 4 years, and it's been a very stimulating experience for me.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Matker. I've worked at the centre here for the last 4 years, which has also been very interesting and stimulating. I'm going to be talking to you a bit later on.
Hi, it's my first time on Newswrite. I've done some work for Anne voluntarily in July this month.
Yeah, I'm Duncan, and I've been with Suresearch about 18 months, and I go to the Futures meeting.
Dave Plastock, member of Suresearch, and I've been a member on and off for a few years now.
I'm Janet Qureshi. I've been to Suresearch for over 12 months now, and I belong to the writers group here.
Barbara Norden. I'm Helena Mother.
Daniel Bryson Peart.
Edwin Morrison.
I'm Colin Bergjohn.
Hi, I'm Stuart Hendrick.
Ken Barlow.
Nicholas Stanton with Laura Griffith.
I'm Jared Hutchinson.
Paul Naylor, and I work at Aston University.
Right, thanks for that, Sue. Apologies, Aidan, have you got some apologies?
Five.
Now, from that very first meeting, I thought Suresearch would last as long as it was useful to the people going there. If it wasn't useful, people would stop coming and Suresearch would disappear. And that's the way I've always travelled with Suresearch, and I can hardly believe it that we're 10 years on. And over those 10 years, Suresearch must have had hundreds of people at meetings, being involved in different activities, celebrations and teaching. And when Suresearch decided 5 years ago to move with us to the Centre of Excellence in Interdisciplinary Mental Health, I knew that from the beginning our centre would be saying something in the work we were doing with Suresearch members that no other centre of mental health in British universities was saying. Delightful to watch members over the last 4 years become more involved in research, become more involved in teaching, and to get expertise around filmmaking, video making and setting up websites. If I think about the future for Suresearch, I still believe what I believed at that first meeting, that it will last as long as it provides support, opportunities for people who are its members. And we've now got a network of around 200 members, the majority of whom have used services, and there are allies like me who haven't used services yet. And I think that will hold together as long as the mutual support, collaboration and work we do together is meaningful for us all, and for those who get the benefits of people who know what they're talking about and are prepared to share it with everybody else.
Smiling the children, they stand and stare, as if they were asking, is there anyone there? Searching faces of strangers you meet in the street, and finding them empty.
Oh yeah, I think we're on track.
Jenny, you have took on a lot, and we all have. But
I have taken on a lot, and I mean, I think Dave's been feeling a bit left in the minutes.
One of you.
Last week he got a student.
Time it takes to read a sonnet, e.g., roughly.
One of you, or do I make you one of me?
My connection with Suresearch goes back to about 2003, and at that time we met in the Muirhead Tower And it was also at the time when Suresearch was moving from meeting every 2 months to meeting monthly, which I guess was an indication of the interest in becoming involved in research and education, and also I think of the growing desire of service users to get together. I joined Suresearch at a time when I was emerging from quite a few years of mental ill health, and I was becoming engaged with the world outside my home, and also meeting people outside the circles of my family and my friends. So that was a really important step on a recovery journey, to be engaged in some regular activity, which meant I came out of the house and actually did things. So I became involved in some research that was being done at the time, and also I did a stint of admin work for Suresearch. What drew me to Suresearch was really the opportunity to get involved in challenging the very negative notions about mental health service users, which are, of course, the ones we know about: lack of capacity, insight, lack of autonomy, judgment, being strange. So there was that opportunity, and also the opportunity to put in place a different story of what people can actually do. So having had to give up my day job in 1994, this was as I said, this was a really big step, and I think this is true for lots of Suresearch members that I've talked to. I think it's absolutely wonderful that Suresearch has reached its 10th birthday, and what I see from 2003 on is that Suresearch has gone from strength to strength, and it shows every sign of doing so.